So as we kind of promised last week, today is the Christmas special, the Flut of Christmas special.
The Flut of Christmas special.
I'm looking around. We've kind of spruced up the set a bit here to cater for that. I've seen a bit of green here on the Flut of
what is that? A canvas?
Canvas.
Yep.
that we've hung up, and
definitely on the wall.
Yeah,
as planned. Got a bit of red there. You got the toque socks. Is it toque?
Yes.
It is toque.
It is toque.
Sorry, it hasn't been footy season for a little while, so I forgot the correct way to say it. Yeah, green and red.
We're getting into the spirit.
Festive as.
Mm.
It's about as festive as the rest of the house.
Yeah, it's a great point.
We are yet to purchase any sort of Christmas decorations, and
to
get to the point. Like I'm gonna spend the day with my family. You're gonna spend the day with your partner's family. So it's like we're not actually going to be here for much more of the Christmas period.
Pretty much, yeah.
So it's not worth putting anything up now.
That's exactly right.
We're just gonna have to be festive enough on the show.
Yeah. Good thing we've put in the effort, and
effort is what we do.
That's exactly what we do. It's also episode 69. Did you know that?
Nice. Merry Christmas to all, and to all our welcome to the Flut of Christmas special.
Nicely done.
Sounded better in my head. But here we are. The end of the year. The festive period is upon us.
It is upon us.
It is. And as promised, Christmas special. We're gonna try and bullshit our way through this as we would any other week. And there's a stretch as always, and I'm sure everyone is keen to hear that. No, it should be a Ripper episode. That's promise. Again, big word, but I'm saying it. How was your weekend, mate? I haven't seen you in a hot minute.
It was great, mate. It was great. Went to the Macedon Ranges.
You did,
which was pretty nice. Haven't been in a long time.
I don't think I've ever been.
Really?
I don't think so.
Yeah. Hanging Rock. I think the last time I went, there's like photos of me with family, friends, and stuff, and it would have been, like maybe I would have been like 4 or 5 years old at the time. So,
did you look exactly the same then too?
No.
Are you sure?
I can't say it. No.
Came out of the womb looking like 14, and you stayed the same the whole time.
But no, it was great, mate. Like the weather was just stunning. Like the whole weekend, really. Beautiful, like mid-20s, and
it's a bit warm for you though.
It was a bit warm,
yeah.
like with the hikes and stuff like that. But there was a bit of a breeze, like a cool breeze, especially up high. So it was awesome. Went to a dingo sanctuary as well.
A dingo sanctuary?
Yeah.
I didn't know they were a thing.
Neither.
Yeah, right.
It was a surprise by Cami. So she booked it. Basically just said, she put in like coordinates on maps to take us there.
Oh, so you were driving.
I was driving.
Didn't know where the destination
Didn't know
was.
where we were going.
That's pretty sick.
Yeah, so I went there, and then obviously when I saw the sign, I was like, oh, cool. And then, so cool.
Yeah, that's good, man.
Yeah,
that's good.
Great. What about yourself, mate?
Cricket.
You play cricket?
I did play cricket. I had a friend miss as well. You know that's becoming a thing.
Yeah,
sort of friend miss.
Yeah.
So we did Secret Santa.
Yep.
So we all, I think it was the $30 was the limit.
Yeah.
So we had a barbecue near Albert Park Lake, and then once we'd finished, we did the gift giving and all that.
Yeah.
And I was really happy with my gift. I actually have it here.
You're happy with the gift that you gave, that you got?
I'm happy with the gift that I received.
Yes.
I'm happy with the gift that I received.
Yes.
Yeah. So for those not watching on YouTube, it was a Renegades floppy hat. And the best part about it, obviously, once a gate, always a gate. I mean, we're a big fan of the gates on this show. But it was bought by good friend of the show, Morgan.
Yes.
Right. He's taken many a photo of me from the other side of Marvel.
Yep.
At the Renegades games. And he also has quite a sizable head.
Right.
So apparently he was trying all these different sizes on, and he tried this one on, and he's like, it fits. He was super excited, and he got it for me, and I put it on after I just unwrapped it, and I was just like, it fits. It fits. I was so happy. And
there wouldn't have been too many people that could have tested it out.
No, not with as much surety.
Yeah.
But so I'm super excited with it, and I played cricket the following day. So I'm like, I'm going to take the Renegades floppy hat.
Yeah.
So big fan of sun protection, as I'm sure we can all. Well, no one's surprised by that.
No.
So repped it with the Pels.
Yeah.
The Pels kit.
Yeah.
Opened the bowling. Right. So bowled. I think it was 3 or 4 overs my first spell.
Yep.
Got absolutely tonked.
Nice.
Like I'm talking 30 odd off 3 or 4 overs. Yeah, like we had a couple of sloggers opening the batting. I got hit for like 19 off 1 over.
Jeez.
So I was in a foul mood.
Did you throw the hat?
Didn't throw the hat.
No?
Throw the hat. But turned to the skipper. And was like, I'm done. He was like, yeah. Like he was going to drag me anyway. I'm like, no, I'm making the call.
No, I'm done.
I'm done.
I'm done. Yeah.
So then we got to drinks break. And I'm like, nah. I am putting my normal hat on.
Okay.
The black Nari Warren hat.
Yeah.
And I came back onto bowl not long after that.
Yeah.
And my next 4 over was like 1 for 6 or something. So as much as I love the Renegades floppy,
not when you're playing.
Currently bad juju. Currently bad juju. So that's still bloody love it. But I wasn't brave enough to wear it to the Renegades game.
That's what the next thing I was gonna ask. So playing is one thing, but if you wear it to watch a game, is that also
I thought about giving it a go. I'm like, I'm gonna give it some time before trying again.
Time first, yeah.
Yeah, and it worked out all right because the Gades won.
Yeah.
But the Pels, right?
Pels,
so we won by 9 wickets. All right,
that's a lot of wickets.
It is a lot of wickets, and Lachlan Beano Shaw made his first appearance.
The comeback.
He was. I think we mentioned a few weeks ago. He was in Nepal and India.
Yeah.
He was back for a wedding and for Christmas.
Yeah.
And then he's off again.
He's off again.
Yeah. So there's every chance that that's the only game that we get from him this season. So we bowled first.
Yeah.
Which you and I are both big fans of.
Huge fans.
As we mentioned last week or the week before.
Yeah.
So Elmo, the skipper, was bowling. All right.
I haven't seen Elmo bowl in ages.
We were underhanded. We didn't have as many bowlers as we usually do. And he bowled 2 full toss no balls.
Yep.
And there was a stickler for the rules who we've had a couple of clashes with before, particularly after the grand final.
Yep.
I don't know if you remember the bloke I'm on about. And he yelled off from the side, no, that's it. He's done.
Right.
So he's like, didn't want to argue. He's like, all right, no worries. Beano, you bowl.
Yeah.
So Beano, he's finished off Elmo's over and he's kept going. He's ended up taking 5 for 14 off 4.5 overs.
What?
Yep.
Was he bowling his medium pace?
Just meds, yeah. Yep. 5 for 14 off, I think it was 4.5 overs. And then he opened the batting with Vibu. They both made 50 not out.
What?
5 for and 50. 5 for and 50.
That'll go down in Pal's folklore. That's like Elmo making was it 90 odd and Pfeiffer in the same game as well?
Yeah.
My goodness.
It's not a bad return to the Pels, and the last 2 wickets of the game with the last 2 balls. So he's on a hat trick. He's going to be on a hat trick for like a year.
What? My goodness.
How fucking funny is that?
That's insane. No, that's what, playing street cricket in India and Nepal does to you, mate.
Yeah.
Just come back firing.
Who knows if we'll ever see him again.
So running it back through another week, and it has been a big week in the world of sport, my friend.
There has been plenty on. Plenty has happened in this last week. It begs the first question I want to ask you. Is Lionel Messi the GOAT?
He'd have to be up there right now.
I think he's been up there for a long time.
But in terms of, he's finally got that.
The elusive World Cup.
The World Cup. And not just, got it, but you could tell how much of it, contribution he made right throughout the tournament.
At 35, he was player of the tournament, wasn't he?
Player of the tournament. You know, I think it was equal leading scorer along with Mbappe. I think they're both.
No, Mbappe scored a hat trick, so he got it. Yeah.
But
I think.
Yeah, geez, phenomenal World Cup, and what I think this was always going to be his last. I think he mentioned so. It was pretty much what everyone was. I feel like it's pretty much. If you go for France, you go for that. If you're French, that's probably the only people in the world that didn't want Argentina to win.
Maybe the Portuguese.
Yeah, true.
Maybe. Yeah, it's been Ronaldo versus Messi for a little while, hasn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's got a few things on the CV now that CR7 doesn't. Although he has this.
That's
true.
true.
I mean, how many World Cups?
I know, equivalent to
what's the exchange rate? World Cup to Sue.
That's true.
I think I never took it too seriously, but I think I probably was more
Messi,
more Ronaldo.
Oh,
yeah, and I'm just like, nah, it's
really.
Yeah,
this is the turning point. Like this is the point.
It's got to be, isn't it? It's got to be.
Yeah,
it's got to be. Yeah, it was a ripper final. Apparently, I didn't. Did you watch it? I didn't watch it.
Caught like a little bit, and then mainly just I rewatched it later, but didn't watch it live. No.
Nah. Yeah, I watched the extended highlights, and everyone's saying it was the best final for a little while.
Yeah, there are plenty of penalties.
Yeah, but I saw the score before I watched the highlights, and I didn't realize how late France equalised.
Mate, it was like the 77th minute or something
before they scored the first one.
It was 2-0.
2-0, yeah.
And imagine that, like being in that position. Like all credit to them. Like in that position, you're pretty much it's done.
Mm-hmm.
And to bring it back.
Yeah, and I think France it was an extra time. Emi Martinez made that amazing save right at the end
because they would have won 4-3.
Yeah,
that with it stretched out with his leg
to come off his line in that scenario. Bold.
To me, that was probably the moment of the game, I reckon.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because once you get that was incredible.
It was equally as big of an occasion.
Yes.
Australia played South Africa at the Gala.
Yes.
On a pitch as green as the canvas in between us here.
About that, I'd say.
Yeah. It was interesting, wasn't it?
It was short.
It was short.
It was quite short.
It was short.
2 days.
Well, it was less than, wasn't it? Just under 2 days. It wasn't a day nighter.
No, it was shorter than a day nighter.
Yeah, that's insane.
I mean, I love a bowling test match as much as anyone.
Mm-hmm. More than anyone,
I'd say.
Yeah.
But even for me, it was maybe a bit too short.
Yeah, I think this is the funny part is people are never happy. Like when you've got a test match that drags for 5 days
on a bat on the road,
and it's this is heading to a no result.
Yeah,
you're like, oh my god, just hurry it up, try and get a result, and then you go the other way and like, oh well, that's too short.
Yeah.
That's make it an actual test match.
Yeah. That's true. You can never really be fully happy. I'd 100% take this over a 5-day draw batting on a road.
Yeah, both teams making 600 in the first inning. Yeah. I think I agree. Interesting if South Africa had bowled first.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was a good toss to win.
Obviously, it was like a bowling test match. Both teams had elite, bowling lineups.
A lot was made of South Africa's bowling lineup, wasn't it, going into it?
Correct. So, yeah. What do you think about Test cricket? I mean, it's just like I kind of people. I've been hearing whispers about it, and I see it every time I turn on the TV, and I'm like looking at a crowd, and I'm like,
I'm really scared that Test cricket is dying in this country.
It kind of looks like it, doesn't it?
Yeah, when you're watching the West Indies Test matches, and you're just going, oh well. They're not wanting to bother to rock up.
Yeah.
As disrespectful as that sounds, it's certainly not how I mean it. But I thought that the crowd would expect more of a contest with South Africa, and there was a good crowd.
Yeah.
On day one, but I mean, I'm concerned. I'm concerned. I think Boxing Day should be a good one.
I'm hoping so. Like, that'll be a big litmus test, I think, in terms of where Test cricket is.
Merry litmus.
Yeah, currently in this country, I think that's going to be a big one. But
yeah, I mean, even the Renegade. I went to the Renegades versus Thunder.
Yeah.
And the crowd there was just over 7,000.
Wow,
that's the smallest crowd I remember for a long time.
Yeah, and that's not even Test.
Yeah,
that's
I've been to a few of those games. So it was the Renegades versus Thunder. So the Thunder, the second game they played after being rolled for 15.
15.
Which, what the fuck?
Yeah.
That's just...
I watched that entire the innings and it was 5.5 overs.
Yeah.
Ridiculous.
Yeah, I didn't watch it live, but I didn't need to watch the KO Mini.
No, the KO Mini was the replay.
Yeah, yes. It was crazy. That just never happens. Never ever happens.
The only way I could put it into words was like when I used to back in the day, you either change the settings on your game to like super easy, or you get two controllers out, and then you just like have one controller doing nothing, and you just bowl to a blank controller. That's literally what it felt like.
Did you do that often?
I've done it a couple of times.
Yeah, right.
I used to do it back in the day to try to get my stats up.
Right.
Okay. On was it Ricky Ponting? I think it was you need to take a 10 for and get some stats up.
It's an easy feat. Yeah, just take a 10 for it. We'll give you +5 on your swing ball.
On your swing ball.
Oh, one thing that did make me laugh though, so the Thunder batted first, and when the openers walked out to bat, huge W to the Marvel Stadium operators. I don't know what you call them.
Yeah,
they were playing 15 by Taylor Swift when the openers were walking out to bat, and it didn't click with everyone. It didn't. It
was just like subtle, which is good. Like
they were walking out, and because we got there a bit early, and the music was really good. Like it was, it felt like a really good atmosphere, despite how small the crowd was.
Yeah.
Like, it seemed to be hyping a few people up, and then they walked out. I'm like, Taylor Swift. Why are they playing 15 by Taylor? Oh, that's good. That's good. And then when they made 16, they were none for 16.
Yeah.
Everyone started cheering. Everyone started clapping. I'm like, you know what? I rate that. I rate that highly. But it's the holiday season, as we've mentioned. You can see how festive everything.
Put in a lot of effort.
It's a holiday season, and we love giving advice on this show.
We do,
and because we're a couple of seasoned veterans in the footy and cricket podcast game, right? I think that's fair to say.
69 episodes.
Yeah, nice.
It's not bad.
So because we're veterans, we're combining Christmas and advice to anyone out there who's looking to start their own cricket and footy podcast. Wow. And we are bringing to you. Would you like to say it?
The 12 Days of Podmas. It feels good, mate. It feels good to be giving back, I think. It does. It's like when you like a professional, athlete. And then you go back to grassroots and you sort of
where it all began.
Yeah, and you go back, you help out the the youngsters out and stuff like that. So.
If you haven't already been able to figure out, guys, we are really happy with our work on this one. So we've made this kind of like the song, except we're not going to go through like 1, 2, 3 on the first day, on the second day, on the second day, on the first day. We're not going to go count down. We're just going to do it individually.
Yeah.
And we've even made most of them rhyme, I think.
Yeah.
It's the same rhyme, but like you'll figure it out.
Yeah.
Do you want to start or should I start?
I can start.
You start. Okay.
I'm not going to sing it. I'll just say it.
No, just say it. That's fine.
Just say it. Yeah.
No need for ravenous.
On the first day of Christmas. Sorry.
You fucked it up to start with. I cannot believe you fucked it up on the first go. Oh my God.
It's okay.
You're like, no, I'll go first. I'll go first. You fucking idiot.
It feels good to give back, Show everyone how it's done, explain it and stuff. Yeah, sorry.
Take two?
Take two, yeah. On the first day of Podmas.
There we go.
My co-host gave to me episodes that are scheduled regularly.
Very well done.
Thanks.
Eventually.
Yeah. It's it's very important in the podcast game to be consistent.
Mm-hmm.
You know, you got to keep that content, keep that content going.
Mm-hmm.
Especially on the socials.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
All about the socials here, aren't we?
All about the socials. So keep posting regularly, but more importantly, the actual episodes. You know, don't put an episode out and then disappear for 7 months. We
don't recommend doing that.
Don't do that. No. Although, if someone does want to figure out what sort of time period, you'd be able to get away with, do reach out, because that'd be great, actually.
So you're saying like regularly schedule your episodes, but also like try and push the boundary a little bit.
Yeah. I mean, technically, once a month is also regularly scheduled.
It is.
It's regularly scheduled. It's just depends on So
you could also argue that you could get away with 7 months, because look at us now.
True. Look at that.
Yeah, there you go. Anyway, I'm going to move on, if that's all right. On the second day of Podmas, my co-host gave to me segments worthy of an Oscar nominee.
No, bars.
All right. All fire. All right. So segments are a great way to split the show up, keep the listeners interested, and just help separate the content a bit and just keep them coming back.
Yeah.
And look, if they're jam-packed full of decent content, usually helps out a bit, doesn't it?
Yes. So sometimes you'll find segments from week to week. Some segments get a bit neglected.
Sometimes.
But it's good to persist with them, I think. Remember when we used to have no segments? It was just
oh god, yeah, I do remember that.
Have you taken all those episodes down, by the way, or the other ones?
No, they're still up.
There?
They're still up. The first few that were the first YouTube ones, they're gone. Like you can't see the videos anymore.
Yeah, okay. Yeah.
But all the ones are audio are available. I started listening to episode 1 the other day.
Oh, yeah? Does the quality and everything just yeah.
All of it.
No, never delete it though. You always got to know your roots, mate. That's
absolutely.
All right. On the third day of Podmas, my co-host gave to me equipment that is great quality.
Nice.
Goes without saying that your listeners can't understand you if they can't understand you. They probably won't be listening for very long.
I think that's fair to say. That's a really sensible one.
Yeah.
It's just straight down the middle.
Yeah. I think we had, we tested out a few mics, tested out a few settings, soundproofing. There was that episode that you had the blanket wrapped around you. And it's been a long road. So, yeah. It's all about the equipment, mate.
It is.
We finally invested in these bad boys. And
I like to think we've kind of had like 3 chapters. So there was the first one where it just kind of ended. And then there was the next one where we kind of spent a little bit on the mics, but then COVID hit and we were locked down. And doing
audio only for a bit.
Yeah, audio only. And then this with the good quality mics, got the interface, camera if you want a video element, computer software, even the mic arms as well. They're handy. Really sensible one. But we give advice. We give advice on this show, and they definitely shouldn't be neglected. And there's nothing wrong with doing bit by bit like we did, because you don't want to invest too much if you're not 100% sure on whether you want to bloody do it.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Next one. On the 4th day of Podmas, my co-host gave to me a team that gets rolled for 15. Now,
I thought we were done with that. No.
Well, I didn't think we were going to talk about it for as much as we did. You need content. You need content to talk about week on week, or however regularly they're scheduled. All right, and that content becomes a lot easier to create when something historic happens, like the lowest ever T20 score. So you need content. You need to figure out what you want to talk about.
Yep.
And there is a bit of planning that goes into episodes week on week.
Yep.
Or fortnight on fortnight, month on month, whatever it ends up being.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
As much as it seems like we don't talk about what happens in the real world from time to time, we do keep a finger on.
We have to.
We kind of have to. Yeah. On the 5th day of Podmas, my co-host gave to me the ability to stretch what you mean.
It's a really good one.
This is a big part of what this podcast is for us, I think. You have groundbreaking events that take place during a particular week, and that means you can have conversations about them. But some weeks it's you're not always going to have that groundbreaking. You're not always going to have a team that gets dismissed for 15.
Nope.
Probably not going to happen again.
I don't think so.
So some weeks you got to find out other things to talk about, and you'll find when you're looking for things to talk about, sometimes you start to stretch a bit.
You do.
You start to try connect some dots, and the dots might be a lot further away than you first think. But it's still worth connecting those dots.
It is.
Even though they might be on the opposite ends of the room, it's still worth drawing that line.
Absolutely. We love a stretch on this show. And look at us, mate. It's fair to say it's brought us nothing but success.
Yeah.
All right. I'm going to keep moving because there's a lot we've got to get through because we're only on the 6th day of Podmas.
Yeah.
And my co-host gave to me a similar schedule to make recording easy. Right.
Yeah.
Now, you don't have to live together, but speaking from experience, certainly bloody helps.
Yep.
It certainly bloody helps.
Absolutely.
I got nothing more to say on that one.
That's it. I mean, it's pretty clear.
Yeah, I think so.
Just comparing that to when we used to not live together, and then now it's
and they were housemates.
Yes. But also just like obviously recording, but just talking about ideas, bouncing ideas off each other in the lead up.
Yeah.
Now, it shortens the process from like maybe a couple of days to literally 20 minutes to 40 minutes, and then we've got an idea, and then it's done. Yeah,
easy.
It's huge. All right, I'll keep moving along. This is going to be a long episode, but it's okay. It's all right. It's a
Christmas special.
It's a Christmas special. Okay. On the 7th day of Podmas, my co-host gave to me a recording space that's somewhat on theme.
Some of these are almost rhymes.
Yeah. It's got the E at the end. E, me, eam. Yeah. We've put in a bit of effort. Bit of green, bit of red.
Christmas.
Bit Christmassy. But this is more relevant if you actually want a video element to your podcast, because podcasts don't have to be video; they could be audio only, like we were for a while. But I think the video is always nice. You can always add little bits and pieces. I think it was when we were doing the during Indigenous round when we did the favourite Indigenous jerseys from time to time. When I was editing the video, I just put screenshots of the actual jerseys up and stuff like that. So it adds that element, which is great.
We probably don't do stuff like that enough, do we?
Yeah. That's all right. We can always learning, mate.
Always room for improvement.
Always room for improvement.
I don't know what day of Podmas that is, but we'll try and work that in there. Room for improvement. Doesn't rhyme with me. 8th day, should I move on? Yep. On the 8th day of Podmas, my co-host gave to me socials to post community memes.
Ah, yes.
Now, community isn't super vital for that one. Like to get your content out there, you can actually post on social media without posting community memes. But as you'll know from the 5th day of Podmas, the ability to stretch what you mean. So if you want to stretch your memes to make them somewhat community relevant, to post them.
Oh, yeah. I mean, you don't have to post community memes, but if the option is there to post community memes or to post non-community memes, I feel like, the community memes
definitely wins.
It definitely wins.
Yeah, so chuck it on your socials, and while you're there, chuck us a follow as well.
Yeah.
At Fine Link to Full Forward.
All right, moving along. On the 9th day of Podmas, my co-host gave to me, showing love for a singular team.
What team's that, mate?
We love the Saints. We love the Saints. And Jack Steele. We love Jack Steele.
How good is Jack Steele?
But we do love the Saints, though.
No, I think that's fair to say. Like, you want to try and pick a team or a sports person, depending on the sport or whatever, that's just your ride or die.
Yeah.
Not only will it bring those fans on board, but it'll bring a new cult following.
Yes.
To that team or person.
Yeah.
That's a win-win.
It is. It is. Exactly. Like, how many more people now probably love Jack Steele and the Saints?
Yeah.
Because we love them.
If there's a record year for St Kilda memberships, I think we should expect a thank you letter.
A thank you letter at the very least.
From Mr. St Kilda. Yeah. Is that the president? I don't know.
Probably, yeah.
I thought as much.
But we love them, whoever they are. Yeah.
And if they start doing Jack Steele memberships, remember we went about doing memberships for
player memberships.
For player memberships.
Yes.
Yeah, if that. I'll be so mad if that comes out. We don't get credit for that because that's. I think that was all your idea. That was one of your ones.
It was.
Yeah.
Strangely, yeah. Looking back, it actually was.
Strangely. Okay, I'll give yourself a bit more credit for that. Where are we up to?
We are up to the 10th.
On the 10th day of Podmas, my co-host gave to me silent temperature control in the room that you're recording in to control the degrees.
That's a bit of a quick one. You got to fit the bars in. You got
Again, not singing that one.
No. Probably rap it.
Yeah.
Probably go a bit quicker. But
you're the rapper.
Yeah. Still got he still rhymes. The me with the degrees.
Yeah. Just took us a while to get to the rhyme.
Yeah.
But we've mentioned it gets warm in here.
It does. Especially now. I think it's like 25 degrees outside at the moment.
Yeah.
Which means upstairs here, it's starting to get to about 30 plus. So we blast the aircon and then turn it off right before we start recording because it gets pretty loud.
The mics pick it up. And because you will have got high quality mics on the 3rd day of Podmas, your mics will pick it up too. So silent temperature control in the room that you're recording to control the degrees.
Yep.
Because you'll be able to hear it.
All right. On the 11th day of Podmas, my co-host gave to me merch that fits a nice cup of tea. Goes without saying. Don't rush the merch.
Yeah, I think that's fair to say.
I think it's fair to say.
Yeah.
Right? But, it's definitely something we take very, very seriously.
What, not rushing the merch? Yeah,
Yes.
I think so.
Yes. We take merch very seriously, but we also take not rushing the merch very seriously as well.
So, yeah, like my co-host gave it to me and your co-host gave it to you.
Yes.
We just haven't given it to anyone else.
To anyone else. Yeah. I mean, I don't know if there's another day of Podmas for that, but
well, we haven't got it in the 12. I'll tell you that.
Running out of room.
On the 12th day of Podmas, my co-host gave to me.
Yeah.
A co-host.
A co-host gave you a co-host.
A co-host gave me a co-host.
Nice.
So it wasn't just me.
Fuck, that's wholesome.
Just thinking back to the very start of this, mate, coming up with these kind of ideas to do the podcast, and I just want to say thanks for wanting to do this with me. It's certainly a lot more fun having someone here alongside you. And again, we're giving advice, so try and get someone you enjoy chatting to. I think that's probably a key part.
Probably
right?
a key, probably more important than any of the other 11. But no worries at all, mate. And thanks for having me along for the ride. It's fair to say that this has always been your baby. You're very much an integral or the main part of this. And without you, there is absolutely none of this. So to sort of get me on board has been awesome. But more so than that, just the conversations that we have off air and on air, it's like each time we do it, you're kind of reliving it.
Mm.
And I have gone back through old episodes, going back and you forget how, like, all the fun conversations that we had from time to time.
Mm-hmm.
It's gotten to that point where we've put out so much that there's just like, they're all just beautiful memories. You just go back through them and now they're just going to be there forever. And we can kind of just go back whenever we want and relive it over and over again. So pleasure's all mine, mate.
Ah, fucking love you, bro. Fucking love you. All right, enough of all that sentimental tripe. It's a festive season, but I think enough's enough. Actually, no, just looking at what we've got planned ahead, it's probably a little more. But that's all right. So getting forward, we have revealed every single one of the podcasting secrets that we know.
Yes.
But Mr. Ashwin Ravindran,
Yep.
I have a question for you.
Mm-hmm.
What do you think is missing from our pod?
What's missing from our pod?
If there was a 13th day of
13th
Podmas,
day.
I guess that's really the root of the question, isn't it?
Yeah, it's a great question.
Thanks, mate.
I maybe off the top of my head, a bit more sort of interactivity with the listeners potentially.
Yeah.
That's the first thing that comes to mind potentially. But I feel like the better question would just be, well, I feel like that question should just be directed at listeners.
It should be. What do you want to see from us in 2023?
Like we obviously have a great time doing this podcast and we love it and we kind of do it our own way. But if there's anything that you want us to try or do, or, you know, we're always happy to give it a listen and potentially take it on board. So
slide into the DMs. They're always open. No, well said, mate. You're on fire this week. Let's switch on.
switch on.
Now, we always say that switch on can be anything, right? We've been saying that since the inception of the segment, right?
Yes.
So, in the spirit of a Christmas episode, we're going to switch on the Christmas lights because we've actually arranged a, well, not so secret Santa.
Yes,
so
we have.
We've bought a gift for each other, like around what, $10?
Yep.
$10
around that. Yeah.
I think we're gonna give each other the gift.
Yep.
Right now on air.
Yes, we are. Do we want to guess? Do we want to like look at the item and kind of guess what each of us have gotten, or do we just open it? How do we want to do this?
I don't know. We've never done anything like this before.
I don't know.
I mean, I'm happy. Whatever you think, mate. I'm happy.
All right. I'll do we just get them? So they're under the table at the moment.
Yeah. Let me grab mine. Actually, no. I've decided. I want to give you yours first.
Okay.
I want to give you yours first.
All right.
So I'll hold it up for the camera there.
Okay.
If you can see that.
Right. You've wrapped it up.
Yeah, it's in some wrapping paper.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm going to hand this to you now.
Okay.
But before you open it, okay.
Yeah.
I just want to give you a bit of context. All right. So.
Okay.
I mean, $10 not so secret Santa, right?
Yep.
It's obviously going to be a bit of a piss take of a present. And it definitely is that, right?
Correct.
But it is quite a wholesome one as well.
Okay.
And it's something that you were, what's the word? It's something that you were, let's say, deprived of in February of this year.
Okay.
You got no idea, do you?
No. I'm just looking at the shape of it.
Mm.
And I was like thinking it's kind of roundish, kind of small. So like initially I was like, oh, it's like a mug. But it feels a lot lighter than a mug.
I will also say this. There is an element of it that's homemade. Well, office made today.
Right, okay. Yep.
Don't tell me, boss. So you can open it now if you want. You can open it.
Okay. All right. I've got no idea what it is.
Here it goes. Try and open it a bit quicker than you did the North Melbourne membership last week.
Okay. Oh. What have we got?
Spin it round. So, do you want to explain for the listeners what I've done there?
Okay. So it wasn't a mug. It was too light to be a mug. It is a glass.
Not anymore, it ain't.
That has been improved by I can see what the office made component of this is. He's duct taped some paper around the glass here, and on top of the paper he's put in Ashwin Ravindran, 8 overs, 3 maidens, 5 for 17.
Yep.
19th of Feb 2022.
So the cricket club bought in trophies for 6 fers or better. So you don't get trophies for 5 fers anymore. And obviously you took one that day.
I did.
And I'm hoping you've still got the ball because I've made you a trophy for that 5-fer.
True. I think it's in my cricket bag.
Fucking better be, because it's going to look really stupid without a cricket ball on top. And I've even I selected those post-it notes to go around intentionally, and that color tape, because I've tried to get as close to the Baxter.
The colours.
Yeah.
My goodness, you've put a lot of effort into this.
I have, mate. I'll tell you, I'm pretty happy with my work.
It's brilliant.
I want that on display, and I want that with ball in glass.
Yes, ball in glass.
No, trophy.
That's brilliant. Thanks, mate.
That's all right.
All right.
Merry Podmas.
All right. I have not wrapped mine.
That's all right.
But I have it in a gift bag.
In a gift bag.
And I've tied it up. So
right.
Merry Podmas, mate.
Merry Podmas indeed. I think you've gone just got a feeling you've gone more down the piss take route than the
potentially. I mean, there's no guarantees.
No guarantee. All right. Do I have a look before getting it out, or do I just go in blind, like looking at you? And what have we got here? What have we got here? Big Bash Boom on PS4.
And it's under $10.
It felt empty. I'm like, oh my God, there's no disc in here. $9.
Yep.
Big Bash Boom.
Yeah, it was initially $14.
Yeah.
It was on special, mate, for Christmas.
Oh.
It's $9 now.
Mate, I don't know what to say. That's amazing. Brought to you by EB Games.
Yeah.
Big Bash Boom.
Yeah, it was so great that it didn't have a cover itself.
It's got
the
I don't even remember this one coming out.
It's the one that's like, it's got like, instead of, I think it's like all bobbleheads.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I know the one you mean.
It's like the cricket version of is it NBA
NBA Jam or NBA Playground or something?
Yeah. One of the, I think it's like the cricket version.
Is it the one where you just try and hit it as far as you can?
I've never played it.
I think I had the app version.
Oh, really?
And if it's the one I'm thinking of, it's not worth a PlayStation game. It's not worthwhile to make it.
I'll laugh so hard if it is exactly.
We're gonna play this. We're gonna play this soon. Fuck yeah, awesome. Well, that was Switch On for this week. What's next for us? What's after Switch On this week? What do we got?
It is time for Umpire's Call.
Is a decision
So it is time for Umpire's Call. The last call for 2022.
The final umpire's call.
The final.
Like this is as definitive as it gets.
Correct.
Oh, you put your trophy there. All right, hold on. Let me.
Are you going to put Big Bash Boom there as well?
Big Bash Boom. Just.
Yeah. Nice.
How's that?
There we go.
They're going to stay there. You can see the lack of a cover on the game there on camera.
No, this is all Christmas decorations, mate.
Fuck yeah. There you go. You thought we were festive before. Now look at us now. Just making sure you can see the $9 on camera.
What is your umpire's call, mate?
Umpire's call for this week. My umpire's call is Christmas is the best day of the year.
Best day of the year?
Christmas is the best day of the year.
That's a huge call.
It is a huge call. And I have someone in my corner to back me up on this.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm going to quote the great... Have a guess what show I'm rewatching? I'm going to quote the great Michael Scott.
Aha.
Christmas is awesome. First of all, you get to spend time with people you love.
Yeah.
Secondly, you can get drunk and no one can say anything. Third, you give presents. What's better than giving presents? And fourth, getting presents.
Yeah.
So 4 things. Not bad for one day. It really is the greatest day of all time.
It's great. It's great. I love the. It's kind of subtle with the third and fourth thing.
Yeah, yeah. It's so
it's good writing. Yeah, no, it's good.
It's fine,
mate.
Any disagreeing? Any disagreeing on that one?
I mean, it for me personally, it's never really been massive, like a huge part for me, but I can 100% see why it would be the biggest.
Because what's better than giving presents?
Absolutely.
And then getting presents.
And then getting presents.
And you can get drunk and no one can say anything.
Exactly.
Which obviously you're all about these days.
Yes. Yeah. I've changed.
What's your umpire's call, mate?
My umpire's call is Christmas themed. Everyone should give out a list of things they want for Christmas. Just get rid of the surprise aspect of it. I know it sounds, boring or whatever it is, and the surprise element's always great, but if you want a certain thing and everyone else knows what you want, they could help. The rest of the family could chip in and get you something really nice that you want, as opposed to, getting 5 smaller things that you're probably not going to touch.
No, I agree. I know that's the way my family does things.
Yeah.
Like there's certain families, when you get to a certain age, like all your siblings get to a certain age, like, we'll just do Kris Kringle or whatever. But yeah, I agree to a certain extent. So do a list, but like have an element of not knowing what you're going to get. Like you're not going to get everything on the list.
Okay.
So like I'm going to ask for this, and this.
Yeah.
And I'll see what out of those I get.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah. Or like maybe it could be like category based, like this something community related or something. Or something. Yeah.
No, but I agree. It just makes buying gifts so much easier.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah. No, on board. So pulling up stumps on another year.
End of the year.
This is the last one for the year. We said this a couple of weeks ago, but we said at the end of last year, start of this year, 2022 was going to be the biggest year for us yet.
Yep.
And not to give ourselves too much credit, but I feel like we've done that and plenty more.
Oh, absolutely.
Like we've smashed it out of the park this year, I think.
The most consistent we've been, and the most prepared we've been in terms of the set, in terms of like, when we've been away or we've got things coming up.
Yeah, time we did 5. We recorded 5 episodes in 2 weeks.
In 2 weeks. Yeah, like when you do it, it's like a bit hard. Like it's but then looking back, it's 100% worth it.
Yeah, absolutely. What was your favorite episode of the year?
Jeez.
We've had a lot.
We've had a lot. Oh, jeez.
When was the last time you had a look through the catalogue?
I randomly do, but I don't usually go through too many. I'll literally go through. Sometimes I'll find something funny that was said from something, and then be like, "Oh, that episode."
Yeah.
Oh, jeez, I've literally just gone blank.
The white chocolate brown sugar, the wedding episode.
Yes,
that was funny.
That was fun.
The Ashwini, the politics episode
with the story, obviously, and everything with that. Just funny moments. The time travel was fun.
Yep. The boat episode this year.
That was early, wasn't it?
That was March. Yeah.
Yeah. Jeez.
Yeah. And one of my favorites.
Yeah.
Probably one of the early ones for where we are now and what we're about now. Brovid-19. That was this year. Was that this year? That was January this year.
Oh, like very early.
That was the first one back after we got COVID, obviously.
Jeez.
So there's been a lot of good ones. Any of those your favourite? Like if you had to pick one?
Probably the wedding.
Yeah.
The wedding one. It was just that whole weekend was great, obviously, with emceeing Sean and I's wedding, and then the fact that I think that was the first time that because it was like, last year we did the Brownlow episode, and that was the first episode that we were like, let's just go a little bit stupid with it, have a bit of fun.
Yeah.
That was, I think the wedding episode was the first one, or the best example that I can think of is this is no longer about the sport aspect.
Mhm.
It is, but it's about us.
Yeah. Yeah.
And it's bringing our lives into it as well. And I love it for that reason. I think.
No, that's a great answer. Great answer.
Yourself?
I know I've said you pick one, but it's either got to be the Brovid-19 or the boat episode.
Yeah.
Fuck, we had such a laugh with the boat episode.
Oh, it was great.
It was so good. We even had Usain Bolt in there, who's not bald. He's not a bald man. Just make it make sense. Well, I've got you. Just before we go, any New Year's resolutions?
Oof. I think I have to do something about me getting injured so often. It's just not great. Whenever we play basketball, it's like a 50-50 chance that I'm going to do something, you know.
It's probably gotten to that point, yeah.
It's like a calf or a hammy, and it's never a severe injury. It's always like small, slight things, but back or whatever it is. But something around, I'm not sure, like if I need to strengthen my body or just do more training, or maybe it's going to see a physio more often. Maybe just go to the physio once a month or something regularly. And then,
better than nothing.
Yeah. But that would be my main one.
It's fair.
Yourself?
Yeah, I wouldn't mind getting. I mean, you got the classics there to get in better shape and all that.
Yeah.
One thing I do want to try and do though, and this will be my answer: not swear so much. I want to really try and reduce me swearing.
Okay, all right.
So whenever you hear me swearing, in a conversation, recorded or not recorded, just call me out, bring it to my attention.
Fucking stop swearing.
Just stop fucking swearing, bro.
Okay.
Yeah, that's something I really want to work on.
Okay, fair enough.
Yeah. Let us know if you've got any New Year's resolutions. Or even if you believe in them. I don't know. That's a whole other conversation, isn't it?
Yeah, true. Yeah.
Anyway, we are ending the year, as we said, on episode
69.
Episode number 69, which is nice.
It's nice. It is nice.
I don't know. There's no other way to round out the year
than have a wonderful Christmas, a wonderful New Year, and keep hitting sixes.